Good evening, this is Facebook Love, number 308. I'm really happy to be here today. I'm trying to come back a little more often again. I have so many projects in the works and it's kind of fun to share a little bit about what's going on at the same time that I share a few poems. And today feels significant for a sad reason as well, because it's been 1 year since the war in Ukraine started, and I think we need to stay aware of what's happening. I have two poems today and also something to share with you. My son is still busily building the YouTube channel, and we are up to, I think, 180 videos. And we're finding a whole new audience, which is exciting because I want people to listen to poetry and to read poetry, and so it's just exciting. Okay, so today I have a poem by Barbara Kingsolver and another one from Richard Blanco, who was the reader at, I think it was Barack Obama's second inauguration. So I'll start with Barbara Kingsolver. She is one of my favorite fiction writers, but she also writes a lot of poetry. She has a new collection called How to Fly in 10,000 Easy Lessons. This one is called Ghost Pipes. Not fungi, ethereal flowers, the slim stem piping up through scale of leaf, the down-turned bell, all perfectly white. Not cream or pearl, translucent jewel of ice gleaming from the toes of a forest. Once this plant was ordinary heath. Then came the day it renounced the safety of photosynthesis, turned away from the sun's daily bread for a riskier life, tapping deep strata to drink from tree roots, pulling their blessed sugars straight from darkness. Disparage the scroungers all you please. This flower is my darling. Imagine forsaking chlorophyll. In my own time, I have walked clean away from numbing shelter, marriage, the steady paycheck, taking my own wild chance on the freelance life. And when I walk amongst the ghost pipes, their little spectral music in the dark wood quickens my heart. Song of a moment, the risky road, yes, taken to desire, escape, the day that changed everything. Ghost Pipes by Barbara Kingsolver. I think of her a lot this time of year because I'm growing weary of winter, as we all are. And I often pick up a collection of her essays that are sort of a love song to the earth. Sorry, I can't think of the title, but she's really prolific. You can look her up. Okay, the second poem I need my glasses for because I pulled this out of the New York Times, who knows when. And the font is like 8-point font, so even if I were 10 years younger, I wouldn't be able to read this. This is long and sort of stream of consciousness. I'm just going to read it cold. And So We All Fall Down by Richard Blanco. He labels the poem before it jumps into the text. After and for Anselm Kiefer's installation. Okay. And so we all fall down. And so the hunks of pavement heaved and set before us are every road we've tired, and those we wish we had, and those we will, and those we never will, or those that'll dead end when our empire ends. And so let our debris to be reassembled as tenderly as these curated bits of rubble, letting us see how chaos yields order and order, chaos. And so, let our nation's faces be these boulders like tiny, bruised moons out or orbit, and yet enduring, still spinning across the shiny gallery floor, despite the brutal love of the universe and brutal love for our country. And so, let us believe we won't simply end like the speck of a star that will explode as quietly as a poem whispered above our rooftops into a black hole, into the black night. And so, let us believe there is still eternity even in our ruin, like this art made out of these remains, made more alive by destruction. And so, all the dead stalks of these sunflowers, embalmed with paint and fixed by our imagination, dangling forever from the ceiling, like acrobats that'll never fall. And so the hope in what they let us hope, that our ideals won't all disappear, that some trace of what we have believed must endure beyond our decay, beyond entropy's law, assuring us we'll live on even after our inevitable dissolve. And so we all fall down, by Richard Blanco. I think the sunflower image was what made me want to pick that one up today. I always like flowers and nature, but with Ukraine on the mind, the sunflowers felt good. And while it's nice to only focus on what we think of as the cheerful, happy stuff, sometimes when I think about the end of things, it's actually really comforting to think that nothing is wasted. You see it in nature. The flowers and the trees and the grass and all the animals and us, everything, when we stop breathing, we go back to the elements that we came from. It's kind of beautiful. And we leave behind the ideas that we shared and the love. This is Facebook Love. I'll see you again.